I'd been looking for information about Rodriguez for a long time. I'd even set up a webpage called The Great Rodriguez Hunt in the hope that someone out there in cyberspace would post a message on the forum giving us any information about Rodriguez. But there was nothing. At that stage I met Craig, who was the musicologist detective who had read my liner notes and who was also searching for Rodriguez, and he flew down to Cape Town and we met in a coffee shop and we exchanged all the information we had. But unfortunately we had very little. And at that stage I remember we felt it was probably best that we just stopped.
So basically I was lost. I'd come to a dead end, I couldn't find him, I didn't know where to look anymore. I'd even visited the places that he sang about. I'd been to London, nothing. Been to Amsterdam, he sings about Amsterdam, nothing. And one day I'd basically given up. I thought, well, this is it. And one day, just by accident, I was listening to the album in the car and I heard the song Inner City Blues. Great song, and the line came up, I met a girl in Dearborn, early 6 o'clock this morning, a cold fact. And I thought, hang on a minute, I'd never checked out Dearborn. I didn't even know if it was a city, but then I thought, actually, that sounds like a town or a city. And I thought, hang on, let me check it out in an atlas. So I went through to my old atlas and pulled it out. I thought, let me see what I could find here. Let me see if I could find Dearborn. And then I found it. Dearborn, Wayne, Michigan, F7. Dearborn, part of Detroit. That was a huge breakthrough in my mind. Detroit, home of Motown, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, and eventually Mike Theodore, the producer of the album.
I was sitting in my condo, just having a cup of coffee. I was looking out the window, watching the ocean. Phone rings. It's a long-distance call from South Africa, from a writer. His name's Craig Bartholomew. And he starts telling me this amazing story. So he said, do you know that Rodriguez has been selling in South Africa for 25 years? These albums are selling millions. I said, what? Then he's sitting there and he wants to start telling me some stories about, he said, how did Rodriguez die? And he's telling me information that he had, that Rodriguez had blown his brains out on stage or set himself on fire and killed himself.
I had 100 questions I wanted to ask. I mean, I was just hoping I could get all my questions in, you know. Why did he write this lyric? Why did he write that lyric? Where did he record this album? Where did he record that album? And we got talking and I asked him a lot of questions, and it was amazing. It was a roller coaster ride of questions and answers, and it was a euphoric moment of just having finally broken through and discovered something. And finally I got to the one